This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Peace and love is the key.
You are now about to experience the J&J-Life MA'AT podcast with your host, Reya'Sekhmet.
But my name combines Raya, which means a connection to Ra.
J&J-Life MA'AT podcast. Please
Smash that like button. Peace and love is the key. Hotep and Aakhu'Ra family. Peace and love is the key. I'm Reya'Sekhmet. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the J&J-Life MA'AT podcast, where we talk about the stuff that really matters. I want to thank the ancestors and elders for all they have done and are doing. Peace to Baba Mku MZ, Baba Takaka Kilimanjaro, Baba Olatanji Mwamba, and Baba Mwalemu Baruti. A special shout out to all my J&J-Life MA'ATians listening as well. Today we're going to dive into a topic that's very important, especially for upcoming revolutionaries, and also rarely addressed with the depth and consistency needed to the urge of the youth. So family, today's question deals with Black consciousness and revolutionary movements. How does interracial mixing and procreating impact the integrity and goals of these spaces? Does it strengthen the fight for liberation by fostering unity, or does it water down the cultural and belief foundations that these movements are built upon? So this topic isn't just hot, it's essential for all of us working toward unity and truth. And today, as always, we are honored to tackle it with none other than the Conscious Locks Baba Reya'Sekhmet. Thank you, Baba, for joining us again. And yeah, that's his new nickname, family.
Yeah. Hotep and Aakhu'Ra family. Thank you, Reya'Sekhmet, for allowing me to grace this space one more time with you. And as we always do, I want to begin, family, by giving reverence to the ancestors and the elders who paved the way for us to stand where we are today, and to the elders whose wisdom continues to guide us. Today, I look forward to diving into this topic with you all, bringing clarity, truth, and a perspective that is anchored in teachings of our great leaders and the collective strength of our heritage. So let us approach this with open minds, family, respect, and the understanding that complexity of this question reflects the depth of our collective journey toward liberation. And Reya'Sekhmet, I just want to say that what's in front of me today is the Raising Awareness book by Baba Mku and Baba Olatunji Mwamba, as well as I got a couple of books here by Baba Mwalemu Baruti, and one of them is the Asafo training. And remember, Asafo stands for warrior, and also Menticide. And Menticide is always addressing the problem. So I just wanted to point those books out for the family. That way we have resources to go along with what we're talking about today, family. Facts?
Oh, shit. Facts.
What you drinking on over there?
Just some cranberry juice.
Yeah. Okay. I should have had me a water bottle here, because I know this is going to be a fire discussion today, and I might need something to quench my thirst, right?
Yep. I think you should go get one.
Family, drop some hearts, power fist, thumbs up with anything that you show that you like this discussion we're going to have today, right now.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Family, as I've mentioned in the previous episode, try to view tonight's points and perspectives from a position of science and not emotion, as emotion will knock you off the deepest truths that you are really seeking. Peace to Baba Mku MZ. So family, the J&J-Life MA'AT squad don't claim to be experts on all aspects of this topic. Instead, we approach this as stewards of information, open to correction if needed. Even though I'm only 8, our goal is not to impose conclusions, but to create a space where knowledge is shared with integrity, and where the information we bring forth is represented thoughtfully and responsibly.
Yeah, so family, many would argue that interracial relationships can dilute cultural loyalty and create divisions within our community. Some have even seen procreating outside of our race, as an acceptance of white dominance. This perspective underscores the importance of maintaining a strong, unified Black community.
And Baba, through my research, there are those who are strongly against interracial mixing views, as it's a threat to Black empowerment and independence. They believe that it weakens the collective strength of our community.
Yeah, and so family, it is important to recognize that these arguments come from a place of deep commitment to Black liberation. Though these methods and beliefs, Reiseki, sometimes spark heated debates within our own community, our goal, family, is to analyze and break down these perspectives thoughtfully, so that understanding these perspectives helps us navigate the complexities of identity and unity in our fight for justice and equality. So I say all that, Reiseki, to let the family know that we about to get into some heavy stuff tonight.
Oh, so we're just jumping right into it. I see. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Baba, let's talk about how mixed race individuals are perceived within Black consciousness circles. They
Okay.
are trusted and accepted, or do they face disbelief and distrust?
Yeah, that's a good question. So family, I've come to understand that many mixed race individuals feel caught between worlds, often grappling with questions about their loyalty to the cause. Navigating spaces where racial purity is heavily emphasized can be challenging and emotionally taxing. So these brothers and sisters of ours may feel pressure to prove their commitment to Black liberation more intensely than others. So, for instance, Reiseki, let's consider the experiences of multiracial individuals who face unique challenges in attaining and maintaining well-being. This is something that they often encounter prejudice and discrimination from both within and outside of those racial groups. This can lead to feeling of alienation and a constant struggle to fit in. And again, we're not mixed race, so we are telling this from our perspective and family. This is from our research, from Reya'Sekhmet's research, from Baba Ra'asar's research on the question. So again, as Reiseki has said earlier, try to view these points and perspectives from a position of science and not emotion, as emotion would knock you off the deepest truths that you are really seeking. So with that said, Reiseki, it's vital to acknowledge the voices within our movement that advocate for inclusivity, recognizing the inherent value of all Black lives, regardless of mixed heritage. Embracing this diversity can be a source of strength and resilience. And for example, to give you an example, in some revolutionary movements, mixed race activists are celebrated for their unique perspectives and contributions, Reiseki.
Baba, that's a powerful observation. But what about revolutionary movements? Specifically, are mixed race individuals seen as allies, or are they viewed with suspicion and considered potential threats?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would let me think about that for a moment. Wow, you're not playing today, Reiseki. Okay, I see.
You jump right into it, so I'm jumping right into it.
You got me stuttering a little bit. So I would just say that this is indeed a complex issue, because in some revolutionary movements, mixed race activists are wholeheartedly embraced and their contributions are celebrated. Their unique perspectives and experiences can enrich the movement and bring about innovative approaches to our struggle. However, in other cases, their racial identity may be questioned, leading to skepticism and suspicion about their true intentions and commitment. So again, Reiseki, I'll give you an example. Mixed race individuals often report feeling alienated from their own cultural groups because they are deemed not authentic enough or appear, for lack of a better term, too racially ambiguous to be accepted. This can create a sense of double consciousness, lack of a better term, and I can explain that if you need me to, to where those individuals constantly navigate the tension between their multiple identities. And then I'll just land my plane with this, Reiseki, and that is the perception of mixed race individuals within revolutionary movements often hinges on the dynamics and leadership of the movement. Strong, inclusive leadership can create an environment where all members, regardless of their background, feel valued and trusted. Conversely, family, a leadership that rigidly defines Blackness in narrow terms may inadvertently alienate those who do not fit the mold, thereby weakening the collective strength of the movement.
Ashe. Thank you for that, Baba. It's clear that the journey of mixed race individuals within our community is one loaded with challenges and complexities. And from my research, it is in these very complexities that we find the depth and richness of our collective struggle. It sounds like the keys lies in the leadership that embraces inclusion and understands the multi-layered nature of Black identity.
Yeah. So to your point, Reyseki, when we allow room for things like varied experiences and perspectives, we build a more resilient and innovative movement capable of adapting and thriving in the face of adversity. At least that's what I would say to the family, and from my experience and from my understanding of how this goes.
Ashe. Family, with that understanding, let us remember that strength lies not in the rigid definitions, but in our unity and shared commitment to the liberation of all Black people. By doing so, we honor the legacy of our ancestors and pave the way for a future where every single Black life is respected and valued.
Ashe.
Ashe. Family, drop some hearts, power, fist, thumbs up for any emoji that represents the fact you look to this discussion that we are having right now. Or drop a comment right now showing your support for this discussion and this channel. And if you would like to support this channel, you could do so by being a book for and give a gift of a book. Cash App information is $JJ-Life. Or if you want to send physical items, you can do so by sending them to the address J&J-Life MA'AT, P.O. Box 35081, Des Moines, Iowa 50315. So, Baba, let me put you on the spot for a moment.
You're gonna put me on the spot?
I
think you're doing a great job putting me on the spot, trying to answer all these tough questions, but come on with it. I ain't scared.
So, Baba, let me put you on the spot. Yeah, on the spot. For a moment. My question is, can a person be pro-Black if they are mixed race?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Can a person be pro-Black if they're mixed race?
Yeah. Okay, I got you. So I would just say the quick answer to that, Reyseki, is absolutely yes, you can. You see, I don't take any issue with mixed race Africans, and as one brother, that we know named Dr. Umar has mentioned, and I agree with this part of his explanation, is that first, I would want to know, are you biologically African? Are you a direct descendant of African people? Do you have a Black parent? If you do, and you identify with the race, I accept you as my brother or sister, no different from anybody else. So for me, there's no issue with mixed race Africans. We don't take issue with that because we're not responsible for how a person or a child got into this world or came into this world. So we do not reject the child or the children for that matter. If, that's if they identify as Black. And most children come into consciousness, by the age of 4, and then depending on who their parents are and what they're being taught, they would have to go through life to where they become and gain that supreme consciousness to where they're going to have to pick a side, because we don't need no fence riders. We can't have fence riders in the struggle for our liberation. And according to the good brother, Dr. Umar, on the other hand, you do have mixed race Africans who claim to be multicultural. If they come with that type of mindset, like Dr. Umar, I will reject them when it comes to being pro-Black, because what you're telling me is that you don't want to be within or with us, or you're trying to play it safe. You just are one of those people who I would consider a fence rider, and I don't want, I say get away from me with that. So just recently, check this out, Reyseki. just recently, let me say it 3 times because it did happen just recently. I had a brother I work with tell me he identifies as multicultural. So he has a position within himself because he wants to be more marketable. At least that's what he told me. So if people come with any ideology or identity other than Black African, at least coming to me with it, I say keep it pushing. Get away from me. I don't want you around me because you're gonna get us all killed. At least that's my perspective. But let me give you another example, Reya'Sekhmet. Last week, I was at the barbershop getting my locks retwisted, and there was another brother there.
That's why we call you the conscious locks.
Yeah. That's why you call me the conscious locks. Okay, got you. And others. I do not, and for family, for the record, I, Reya'Sekhmet, do not call myself the conscious locks. This was something that was dubbed by you, the followers and subscribers, and the people who listen to our show that be writing in, refer to me as the conscious locks, and this has stuck. So I just wanted to put that on the record, Reya'Sekhmet. So, excuse me. As I was saying, I was at the barbershop last week getting my locks retwisted. And there was one brother told me he identifies as multicultural, so he could be more marketable. But this highlights a deeper issue. The idea that identifying as Black can be a disadvantage in certain social or professional contexts baffles me. So when individuals choose to label themselves as multicultural for the sake of marketability, it underscores the pervasive impact of systemic racism and how it influences personal identity choices. It reflects a need to conform to societal standards that often marginalize Black identity. And Reya'Sekhmet, I do want to say this, and that is, as you see, we have books up here by the good brothers, Baba Mkuemzi, Baba Olatunji Mwamba, Baba Mwale Mubaruti. But these brothers right here, including Baba Taka, those brothers are and have doing the work. These are our elders. We respect them, and we want to continue to keep pushing this needle forward toward true justice, freedom, liberation. And I just wanted to put that out there, Reya'Sekhmet, because this is supposed to be a platform that we give to people who you won't see on mainstream platforms. And I just want to give these good brothers their flowers, especially while they're still here. So family, support these brothers, get these books, do the research, build your knowledge. That way you can get out here and stand strong and lead your family. Ashe.
Ashe. Facts. Ashes to that. I see. So when someone identifies as multicultural rather than embracing their Black identity, it suggests and not willingly to fully commit to Black community. In its struggles, it can be seen as an attempt to avoid the challenges and bases that come with identifying as Black, taking the easy way out rather than standing in the solidarity with the community.
Okay, I didn't catch that last piece. You said rather than standing?
Rather than standing with the solidarity with the community.
Got you. Rather than standing in solidarity with the community. Okay. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. This thing here can dilute the collective strength of the movement of Reya'Sekhmet. If they come with any ideology or identity other than Black, as I've said before, they got to keep it pushing, because true solidarity and commitment to the Black agenda requires a clear and unwavering identification with Black African heritage. Embracing an identity other than Black African can be seen as a dilution of the collective struggle for liberation and equality. You follow me?
I follow you. That's some true facts right there. You just dropping all the gems for them today.
Peace to Baba Mkuimzi. Peace to Baba Taka Kilimanjaro. Peace to Baba Olatunji Mwamba. Peace to Baba Mwale Mubaruti.
We're gonna
And
invoke
to the
all
family
the
that I have not mentioned.
yeah, all the book writers, all the authors, and all the truth tellers we invoke into the session today.
Facts. Come on with it.
Yeah, so Baba, when we
Yeah.
talk about the movement, are you saying we must recognize that it's not just about who we join, it's about ensuring that every individual who stands with us is fully aligned with its goals and principles, and that a movement rooted in Black liberation demands more than surface level participation, because that calls for a deep commitment to its values, unwavering loyalty to its mission, and a shared understanding of what it truly means to fight for freedom. Am I correct?
You got it, young warrior Sekhmet. I mean, I can't speak for the good brothers up here, but I would say that if they heard you speak, I believe that they would give you 2 thumbs up, as hitting that point on the head like a hammer to a nail. So Ashe.
So for all of my 8 to 12-year-olds, do you know when you play on a team, it's not just enough to wear the jersey. You have to play your heart out, practice hard, and make sure every move you take helps the team win. That's what it means to embody something, not just saying you're part of it, but showing it in everything you do. And fight for our freedom and justice. We need every person to stand like a tall pillar. Pillars are what hold up big bridges, right? If even one pillar crumbles, the whole thing could fall apart. That's why we can't afford to have people pulling in different directions or breaking the unity we've built together. Unity is our superpower, family. It's like a shield that protects us and a sword that helps us fight back against the systems trying to keep us down when we're untitled. We're not just a group of people. We're a force unstoppable, strong, and ready to make real change. So, family, what does that mean for you? My young revolutionaries becoming. It means that whenever you're a part of something important, whether it's your family, your school, or this movement, you've got to give it your best. Walk with purpose, speak the truth, and bring the kind energy that lifts everyone around you higher. That's how we make a difference together.
Ashe Reiseki. That analogy, touches me deeply because, a lot of people may wonder where's all that come from within an 8-year-old little girl who should be playing with dolls and stuff like that. And people got to realize that we are in different times. We don't got time to play, right? Reiseki don't have time to play.
I don't got time to play. I need to spread this knowledge all over the world. So that way we can build the pillars back up to fight.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Why do you do this? What's the deal? Like, why do you want to have a podcast? Why do you want to talk about these type of topics and stuff like that?
Instead of having a topic where you can just play with dolls and stuff, I would rather share a topic that's useful, not just brain rotting everyone to thinking that nothing's happening, like just trying to erase our history, acting like nothing happened, because it's gonna come again some year, some day, some week. We don't know yet. So that's why I'm trying to
right?
Yeah, we're gonna win. We gotta win. But if you guys keep sitting down on the couch looking at these videos and not even wondering what I'm talking about, then eventually we're all gonna fall.
And we don't want to fall.
Yeah, if we fall, then they take over us and everything that we've got, our traditions, our culture, everything that we've got, all the stories that we told, they're going to twist all of it into their stories. Act like we're the bad people. So I need to get all of you guys prepared. So to all of you guys watching this video right now, if you got your popcorn, go ahead and put it away because this is a serious topic, not just something to be watching around like acting like it's a movie.
Exactly. Ashe to that, Reiseki. So when each of us commits to being strong, honest, and united, we ensure that no effort is wasted and no voice is lost. So I'm just kind of veggie backing off of what you just said. And that's the fight for true liberation is about more than just individuals actions. It's about coming together as one, bound by our mission and focused on the future, that we're building out here. So let's keep this fire alive, family, and keep moving forward with strength and clarity, because I want to make no mistake that not everybody is going to get there, and not everybody is going to be down with the movement or true liberation. So you have to be mindful of your surroundings. Ashe?
Ashe. Family, here's a question that often sparks intense debate. And that is, can you be pro-black and date white? Thoughts, Baba?
Woo! Now, that is a question I've been waiting for. That is a question that I've been waiting for. And I would say to that, absolutely not. If we haven't learned anything over the hundreds of years, family, with thousands of examples, for instance, when a black man marries a white woman, you're marrying into her community. You just don't marry that white woman. You marry the family and you marry the community. So the question should be, Reya'Sekhmet, how can you be for African people while marrying into the group that has historically and systemically oppressed your people? Let's marinate on that for a little bit, family.
Yeah, let's let the family
How
marinate
can
on.
you do that? And I don't want to leave my sisters, out here without mentioning this. This also goes for you, my black queens, my black women. Black women marrying a white man, it doesn't make any sense to me, Reya'Sekhmet. It's like what many elders have said, and you can find this in Baba Mkuemzi's work heavily. You can find it in Baba Olatunji's work, Baba Mwalimu's work, is that you cannot be a soldier for this army, but spend your time training with the opposition. This is the army you belong to. But you're over there trying to support opposing forces' efforts. It just doesn't align, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
So, Baba, you're saying that black people cannot marry a white woman or man and not to be loyal to the white agenda against black people or black African people?
That's facts. That's facts. There's no way around it, Reya'Sekhmet. When I see a black man or a black woman who date white, I see them making a political decision. And just reading the good brother Baba Mkuemzi's books, The Art of Leadership, or along with Baba Takai, they co-wrote that book together, or Raising Awareness. And I can go on through many books, but with those good brothers, according to those good brothers, when you date and who you date, let me say it this way, who you date, who you marry, who you make children with, all of these choices are political decisions. If you are marrying white, sleeping white, cohabitating white, procreating white, then you are loyal to white people. So I say to those people, get over there, like get away from me, because you are no good to the struggle. And that struggle is the true struggle for true African Black liberation.
So to all my 8 to 12-year-olds out there, let me break it down to the grassroots real quick. So Baba Reya'Sekhmet is saying, once you go to their side, you're letting a piece of the bridge fall. And then someone else has to replace that. And if you guys keep letting the bridge fall, then eventually we will never make it to our goal. And by time we get to the top, the white people would have already won if you guys keep leaving our team.
And there's some fight, we do have pockets of groups coming together and building communities and nation building. But for us, it's going to take the collective whole. But again, as we say that, we do have to be mindful that not all Black people, or let me say it this way, not all skin folk are kin folk, and to be mindful, of that when you are nation building. And for the true nation builders that are following the blueprint and the roadmap of these good brothers right here, including Dr. Takai, whose book is not here right now, then, you know, those individuals like ourselves, well, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Trying to wake
And
you up out there, family. That's what Reya'Sekhmet and Reya'Sekhmet are trying to do today. Wake
because
you
it's
up.
like, because it's like y'all are just sleeping. If you guys don't sleep during my videos. You put your mindset you turn your brain on, because that's what my podcast is about, and you listen, because this is all facts we're speaking. None of this is just a cartoon, because this is not a cartoon. We're trying to speak facts into you guys, because all you guys have in your brain is just brain rot. You guys are not thinking about this. You have to open your guys' mind. You have to flip that switch and turn everything on.
I'm gonna use that. Can I borrow that? You said they have brain rot.
Yes.
I'm gonna use that. Thank you. I'm gonna borrow that one.
Okay, so Baba, in the essence, the argument is that choosing a white partner reflects a decision that aligns more closely with white interests and agendas, rather than the collective struggle for Black liberation. It's a stance that underscores the importance of solidarity and unyielding commitment to the Black community. You cannot claim to be a warrior for this revolution while investing your energy in supporting the oppositions and agendas, such as a contradiction, not only weakens your own position, but also sows confusion and distrust among those fighting alongside you. It's a puzzle that ultimately sabotages the very ideals and goals you acknowledge to uphold.
So check this out, Reya'Sekhmet. When Black individuals in mixed relationships use the assertion, "but I'm raising my children to be Black," as a defense against criticism, that speaks to their desire to affirm their children's connection to Black identity and culture. While the statement is often made with good intentions, it inadvertently simplifies the complex realities of multiracial identity. So, in my opinion, raising a child to be Black involves more than instilling pride in their heritage or teaching them about the struggles and triumphs of Black history. It demands grappling with the layered influences and challenges that come with having parents from different racial backgrounds. So, Reya'Sekhmet, this assertion can overlook the profound influences of the white parent, their extended family, and the predominantly white spaces that the child may navigate in. These factors inevitably shape the child's understanding of race, identity, and belonging in ways that cannot be fully controlled or curated. So, take this for instance. The child might face questions about their authenticity within Black spaces or struggle to reconcile their identity in predominantly white ones. This experience, or these experiences for that matter, can create internal conflicts that go beyond cultural teachings, touching on self-perception, societal expectations, and racial dynamics. Moreover, family, the assertion often neglects how racial identity is perceived externally. Society does not always allow mixed race individuals to choose their identity, Reya'Sekhmet. Their skin tone, features, and mannerisms may lead others to impose racial labels that differ from what they feel inside. This external perception can influence their treatment, experiences, and opportunities, further complicating the notion of raising them solely within a singular racial identity. So, in short, while raising children to be Black, family, reflects an earnest commitment to cultural preservation and pride, it cannot erase the complexities of multiracial identity. The broader context, the interplay of family, society, and systemic influences must be considered. So navigating these complexities requires more than affirmation. It demands honest dialogue. You understand what I'm saying, Reya'Sekhmet?
Facts.
Yeah, so it demands honest dialogue, preparation for societal realities, and an understanding that identity is not static, but evolves through lived experiences. And I'll land my plane with this because I knew that I was going a little long, Reya'Sekhmet. So I would say, family, ultimately, the focus should be on equipping children with the tools to embrace all facets of their identity, navigate nuanced spaces, and stand firmly in their truth.
Ashe. For my 8 to 12-year-olds in the classroom, let me break it down what the conscious Lux has said. So people say things like, I'm raising my kids to be black, even when one parent is white. That sounds like a strong, but here's the thing. They're not thinking about the bigger picture. You can teach a child all about black culture and history, but that doesn't erase the fact that the white parent is still their family and half of the parent. And the world around them will also shape who they are. And let's be real, family. This world isn't always kind to people who don't fit in neatly to one box. Kids with mixed parents might deal with people questioning who they are, treating them differently, or putting them in tough situations. It's not just about teaching them at home, it's about how the world sees them and how they learn to move through it. So, family, if we're building a revolution, it's about more than good intentions. It's about preparing the young ones to face the truth and stand strong in who they are. It's about giving them the tools to understand the parts of themselves that become from both sides, but to always stand proud and powerful as Black first. Revolution is about clarity, family. It's about making sure they know what they're fighting for and where they belong.
Yeah, well said, Reya'Sekhmet. I would just add that revolution starts with truth, and our responsibility is to equip every child with the strength to walk in their truth, no matter how complicated it might be. Let us always prepare them for the fight ahead. Facts?
Facts. So, Baba, before we get into identity and being authentic, I
Okay.
received some emails from our followers asking if there is a difference between being pro-Black and Afrocentric. And shout out to Sister Nefer Almond and Baba James P. for their questions. Baba, if you don't mind, will you break that down for the family?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say there is a difference, Reiseki, between being pro-Black and Afrocentric. And, I'm still learning about a lot of things myself. And so with this question, I'll do my best to answer it, but I will also take counsel from Baba Olatunji, Baba Mkuemzi, Baba Takai, Baba Mwale Mubaruti. I would take counsel to my elders, our elders, to fine tune what I'm saying if what I'm saying doesn't align with the elders' way of maybe explaining this to you. So, to your question, I would just say there is a difference, and that is, pro-Black is about everything possible being Black, African, etc. Afrocentric is being concerned with and acting on Black African issues. So when you are pro-Black, you are rooted in your Afrocentricity, and Afrocentric is not pro-Black. I know there may be some pushback on this, as I earlier stated, if this doesn't align, but hear me out, family. Afrocentric does not mean they do not have a concern about things that affect people that look like them. You cannot be pro-Black and date outside of your race, but you can be Afrocentric. Though I would hope my brothers and sisters would stay firm with rebuilding the Black family structure. And to be clear, Reiseki, you can be pro-Black, pro-Latino, etc., and it does not mean anti anyone else. On its own, it means being concerned about your own ethnic group's well-being. So I would say that the difference being pro-Black means not only doing Black, for instance, patronizing businesses or mentoring Black youth, but living Black, the complete Black experience, all Black, everything. You cannot fight oppression while lying down with your oppressors.
Ashe. Ashe. Okay,
And let me say that, and I don't know if you understood that to the point where, but I just want to make sure that you were able to follow what I want to make sure you was able to pick up what I was putting down.
I was. Okay, so Baba, let's deal with the question of identity now.
Let's get into it. So the question of identity and authenticity in Black consciousness circles can be incredibly complex. Family, it's important to remember that Blackness is not about how grimy, wretched, or ratchet someone appears. It's a deeper connection to cultural, historical, and societal experiences. Again, Reya'Sekhmet, while I was at the barbershop, a young mixed brother was trying to justify his white mom's Blackness by saying, well, my mom is white and my dad is Black, and she's more ghetto than he is.
That's a powerful example of ignorance, Baba, and it touches on the heart of how we define Blackness. And from my research, it's often people fall into the trap of comparing Blackness with certain behaviors of lifestyles, which could lead to harmful stereotypes.
Exactly, Reya'Sekhmet. It's crucial, though, to remember that Blackness transcends these superficial markers. Black identity is multifaceted and cannot be distilled down to stereotypes or cultural markers alone. It's about shared experiences, Reya'Sekhmet, struggles, and a sense of community.
Baba, J&J-Life MA'AT received another email from a good sister Aakhu'Ra, expressing that she is a mixed race, but not mixed up, as she embraces her Blackness but faced challenges due to her mixed heritage, as some people question her authentically, assuming that she can't fully understand the Black experience. She goes on to mention that others accept her because they see her committed to the cause. What's your thoughts on the good sister question?
That's a good question. And shout out to the good sister Aakhu'Ra. I do want to say that when you were talking, Reya'Sekhmet, you said that the good sister said that she was mixed, but not mixed up. That's profound in itself, because a lot of our good brothers and sisters that are of mixed race go through life being mixed up. So, I praise and commend the sister for knowing who she is, when it comes to that. So I would just say that the good sister's email touches upon a critical aspect of our struggle, the concept of identity and authenticity within the liberation movement. Baba Mkuemzi often speaks about the importance of African-centered consciousness and the preservation of Black identity as central pillars of the struggle for liberation. From his perspective, mixed race individuals, while biologically connected to both African and non-African heritage, are often navigating unique complexities within the fight for Black empowerment. It is not uncommon for others to question their authenticity, because racial identity is not just about phenotype. It's also about psychological alignment and cultural loyalty. For the good sister Aakhu'Ra, her commitment to embracing her Blackness and actively fighting for the cause is commendable. And again, the good brothers up here, I can't speak for none of them, but if I was to anticipate, I would say that they would likely acknowledge this dedication of this good sister, emphasizing things like, that is true participation in the liberation struggle is about where one's loyalty lies, not just their genetic makeup. It's about being uncompromisingly committed to the advancement of African people and prioritizing the needs and interests of the Black community above all else. Also, at the same time, I believe Baba Mkuemzi would argue that authenticity in the struggle requires vigilance. Mixed heritage can bring external influences, cultural, family, and societal things that can complicate the path to fully embodying African-centered consciousness. You follow me, Reya'Sekhmet?
I follow you. Facts, facts, facts. Ashe, ashe.
Awesome. So to that extent, the impact of the white parents' perspective, the values of their extended family, and the broader societal forces family can present challenges and remaining fully aligned with Black liberation principles. So this would be a good topic to hear Baba Mkuemzi's perspective on it, Reya'Sekhmet. I do want to say, ultimately, Aakhu'Ra's experience is a powerful example of the internal and external battles that arise in the fight for Black liberation. The revolutionary path requires self-awareness, though, integrity, and an unwavering focus on the collective goals of the movement. So, as long as the good sister continues to educate herself, commit to the cause, and challenge the forces of division, her dedication is a valuable contribution to our struggle. So, Reya'Sekhmet and family, let us embrace those who choose to fight with us while remaining clear-eyed about the importance of upholding the cultural and ideological foundations of our movement. Loyalty to the African cause is not negotiable. As I've said earlier, as Reya'Sekhmet has said earlier, it is the defining factor of revolutionary integrity.
Thank you so much, Baba, for sharing that. That's what I call revolutionary credit there. Good sister Aakhu'Ra heart is in the right place. And it's important to walk forward with strength, truth, and her identity while staying committed to this mission. Family, let's keep this discussion going as we reflect on the values that bind us together, that blend us together, that do everything to keep us together. It's vital that we challenge these narrow definitions of Blackness and embrace a more inclusive understanding. We should focus on unity and solidarity rather than division.
And well said, Reya'Sekhmet. And to the family, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think the Black community is evolving in its understanding of identity? Share your experiences and insights with us, family.
Drop your comment in the comment section. Or you can send an email to Aakhu'Ra@gmail.com, and J&J-Life MA'AT will do our best to respond. So how do we build unity within our community?
That's a great question, Reya'Sekhmet. I would say it's very simple because it starts with open, honest conversation and commitment to recognizing the humanity in everyone. We need to focus on our shared goals and values rather than fixated on differences that we tend to have with one another.
Ashe, Baba. The journey of mixed race individuals with the Black community is complex, but it is vital to foster inclusive and solidarity. Here are some actionable points. Challenge stereotypes. Actively work to demolish harmful stereotypes about Blackness and mixed race identities. Education and awareness are key to breaking down these barriers. Support authentic identity. Encourage mixed race. Mixed race. One more time for the fellow way in the back. Mixed race individuals to embrace their Black identity and contribute to the positivity to the community. Celebrate their unique perspectives and experiences. Don't forget experiences. Can't leave that out there. Focus on collective goals, family. Remember that the fight for Black liberation and justice go beyond individual identities. Stay focused on the collective goals and principles that unite us, and commit to education. Consistently educate yourself and others about the history, culture, and struggles of Black people. Knowledge is a powerful tool for empowerment and solidarity. As we wrap up, let's suggest some future topics related to this Black consciousness and revolutionary moment. What's on your mind, Baba?
Yeah, so how about discussing the role of Black women in revolutionary movements, or exploring the impact of media on Black identity, or even Reya'Sekhmet, how about we dive into intersectionality in Black consciousness? How about those topics?
All right, Ashe. All good stuff, Baba. Remember, family, every question you ask and every truth you uphold adds strength to the movement. Keep your hearts open and your minds sharp. Our liberation is built one honest conversation at a time.
So, family, as we go forward, let the words shared today be a reminder that unity and respectful discourse are our most formidable tools.
Papa, what does clarity mean?
Clarity?
Yeah.
Clarity
Yeah.
means clear. It means clear. It means when you do not have any cloudiness or fog in your understanding. It means you know without a shadow of a doubt that what you are hearing is what it is. What you are reading is what it is. What you have understood something to be, that's what it is. That means you are clear-minded.
All right. So I'm about to do the word of the day thing, and the word of the day is clarity. So that's why I asked.
Okay.
The word of the day is clarity, and clarity means clear. Like you gotta go for it. Like it is what it is, family. Like it is what it is, family. Don't take our word for none of this information we have provided today. Do your research one more time. Do your research one more time for the family in the back. Do your research. There you have it, family. Until next time, please absolutely devour, smash that like button, and subscribe.
Stay strong, stay vigilant, and remember, family, the struggle is worth it. Peace and blessings.
Peace. Peace and love is the key. Ma'at represents the essence of truth, justice, harmony, balance, order, and humanitarian reciprocity and righteousness.
J&J-Life MA'AT podcast. J&J-Life MA'AT podcast.
The J&J-Life MA'AT podcast was created to give the family a place and platform to embrace their spiritual awakening and consciousness. J&J-Life MA'AT is dedicated to showcasing the beauty of our culture, educating our people, and those that want to learn this work. Please smash that like button. Peace and love is Nikki.